Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are sharing with you 8 unexpected things that happen to us because we travel full time.
Yeah, we have had a lot of things that just did not go like we thought it was going to go, and that's what we're here to tell you about if you're thinking about doing this type of thing. The first unexpected thing that was amazing was our finances have gotten in much better shape since we started traveling full time than before we were traveling full time, because a lot of the months that we're traveling we're pretty easily staying under a $4,000 budget. If you've seen any of our budget videos, that's what we try to hit. It is not hard at all to do. In fact, in order to go over 4,000, we have to really do something out of the ordinary. Now, back when we were living in Atlanta, it was pretty routine to be spending 8,000. You think about your 3 cars, your house, everything that goes with it, your food, your electric. It's crazy. So our finances have really improved. We didn't expect that because we thought it would be more expensive to travel than it has been.
Exactly. I think that is definitely like we knew it would reduce some, but it's just like even more, and just become, because of the budget that we have, become much more efficient, and for some of the other reasons that we'll share here in a minute too, that has really helped to make the finances even better.
Yeah. The second amazing thing that happened to us, and this was just something that was really fun, was we got featured on a CBS News piece, and I'll let you tell how that happened.
Yeah, and some of you may have seen it. A lot of you are new here on the channel, so you probably weren't on the channel when this happened, but we were featured on the CBS Evening News, and it's the 6:30 Evening News, which is nationwide. So it was kind of wild to have our friends all like, did I just see you on the news? Yes. We were, so what happened is a subscriber from one of our other channels started following this channel as well, and that subscriber happened to be the producer of the CBS Evening News, and then reached out to us, said would we be interested. They wanted to talk about this lifestyle, the early retirement, full travel type lifestyle, and wanted to interview us. So he connected us with a reporter and set the whole thing up. And we were able to we were actually in Japan when we did the interview with the reporter, and he was so helpful, Carter, and he was super interested in the lifestyle as well. As a matter of fact, I think Carter might now be thinking about doing it himself. But it was really such a neat experience, and it's just something that we had no idea was going to happen, but it was really cool. It was really fun, and like both sets of our parents were like, hey, you guys were on the news tonight. They sent us a bunch of pictures of screenshots of them talking about us and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of cool. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. They did an amazing job. The producers, the reporters, they were so professional to work with and just made everything so easy for us. And we're, used to being on camera, but it's kind of like different and weird to be on the news, but they made it amazing. They're like pros at what they do, so that was pretty cool. Next amazing thing that happened to us, because we full-time travel, is that we got to see the Northern Lights, which is a bucket list item for us, probably the biggest one that we've ever had. And you might be saying, well, you can see the Northern Lights if you don't full-time travel. You can, but your chances are greatly reduced, because we've heard so many people since we saw them that went to Norway, went to Iceland for a week because they got that week vacation and the lights weren't out that week. And so what happens when you full-time travel is, if you want to see the Northern Lights, you can go somewhere. We gave ourselves like 2 months to be in those places just to make sure that we saw them. And we did, because you're pretty much not guaranteed, but it's pretty high likelihood in 2 months you're going to see them. We saw them probably 15 times. And that is kind of amazing and unexpected, that you can basically dictate your experiences just by giving yourself more time in a location.
Exactly. I think it's amazing to be able to have that margin in our time to say, let's give ourselves 2 months to try this. Because the thing is you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to Iceland, I'll definitely see the Northern Lights. But you have so many things coming into play. Are they active? Is it the right season even for you to see it? And then the biggest problem with trying to see the Northern Lights is, of course, cloud coverage. So giving yourself enough, and with Iceland being on an island, there's going to be a lot more issues with cloud coverage. So giving yourself a huge window is extremely helpful. And we are extremely grateful that we had that margin to be able to be there and to see it. And it was absolutely incredible and totally worth it.
Yeah, for instance, we're right now in northern Vietnam, and there's some cool stuff up here we want to see. We've been here 3 days, and it's been pretty overcast and rainy, drizzly. But it's not a loss because we're going to be here for an entire month. So we haven't even planned on what day we're going to go yet. We're just going to wait till it clears up, and then we'll make that plan. So that's a lot easier way to do it. Another amazing, unexpected thing is that our friendships, we've had a lot of improved friendships over the years, and more friendships than I think we were able to make back home.
Exactly. We oftentimes will run into people in like the elevators, in the places that we stay, whether it's in an apartment or a hotel, and just people start chatting up with you, and then the next thing you know, you've got dinner plans that you didn't expect, or just making friends with people in the countries that we go to. We've made friends in Thailand, we've made friends in Vietnam, in Japan, just connecting with people everywhere that we go. We have more time, again, on our hands. That margin allows for us to be able to invest a little bit deeper in the relationships that we make along the way. And you're not so, I think the thing is, like at home too, you're so focused on whatever it is you're doing. If you're going to the grocery store, you're running in, getting your stuff, running back out. You're not really chatting with anybody, so you really have no connections there. But like here, you have time. I take my time. I walk over to the grocery store. If there's an opportunity to chat with somebody, I do. And it's just, it kind of opens things up for you.
Yeah, and we did live in one of those neighborhoods in the U.S. It was a nice neighborhood, but everyone would come into the neighborhood, drive in, put their garage door up, drive into the garage, put the garage door down. It's tough to meet people like that. So this way of living, we've just got so many more friends than we did when we were living in the States, which is kind of fun. The next unexpected thing was we did not believe or think that we would get this many amazing travel deals. We've gotten so many incredible deals, and that's mostly because we don't have anywhere to be or anywhere to go. So when we see a deal, we can just go do it. If there's an amazing deal on a 21-day cruise at the last minute, sure, we can hop on and book it for $700, or a great airfare or something, we can go there. Great hotel rate, we can go do it. So not being limited or not having everything planned out, most of the stuff we book we have refundable so that we can change our plans if we need to. But we've gotten so many amazing deals because of the type of travel and the lifestyle that we're leading.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why we end up changing our travel schedule every year, is because we'll run into like a last minute deal and we're like, oh, we cannot give up on that. That looks too amazing to pass up. And then we end up changing our travel schedule because of the good deals that we find for things that we want to do.
Yeah, and this one is pretty amazing and it was unexpected, but living this lifestyle and traveling is a lot more stress-free than living the life we were living in Atlanta, which was the big house, the 3 cars, the 2 jobs, all that stuff. All the stuff that goes along with it that we were buying and maintaining, and it's overwhelming sometimes to do all that. And now we're living a life where we're either in a hotel or in an Airbnb. None of the stuff belongs to us. We don't own any of it. We basically only own what's in our 2 suitcases and our 2 backpacks, and that's all we have to worry about. And it's very little. So people think, well, I would be stressed out only having that much. It's not that we can't get the stuff. We could go buy whatever we want, but we have all the stuff provided for us everywhere we go. So There's always a TV. There's always furniture. There's always all this stuff. We just don't have to maintain it or worry about it. And if there's ever a problem with something, someone else comes to fix it. So very stress-free.
Yeah, that really does make a huge difference in just overall quality of life, really, to not have to worry about like your stuff. Like, oh, what if my, air conditioners go out in my house, or what if somebody breaks into my house, and like all that kind of stuff. The less you have, the less stress is involved. And we just didn't expect that difference in stress level when we went from the big house to a suitcase.
Yeah, and it really has, because it's kind of forced us to become in some ways minimalists, because we only carry the 2 suitcases and the 2 backpacks, so we're just not buying a ton of stuff. In fact, we buy very little, and so it's financially amazing because we don't spend much money at all. Like, we've been in this hotel now for 3 days. We haven't spent $1 since we got here because we have club access in this hotel through the points, and they've given us all of our meals for free so far. So, and that's going to continue. Although tonight we're going to order some pizza.
Yeah, we are, because buy one, get one free.
But, we've been here for 3 days and not spent a single dollar. At home, we were spending money like hand over fist. Like, every day you're going to buy something for your house or your yard or your car, or just some kind of clothing you need. But living this lifestyle, it's very stress-free. There's just a lot less to think about. So that's been amazing. And then another unexpected thing was, in all the time that we have so much time that we're trying to fill with travel, we can go to places that are off the beaten path.
Exactly, and have those more authentic experiences. Now, we do love doing fun touristy things also, so don't get us wrong there. We do enjoy that, and we do that in a lot of places we go, but because we have more time, we can also venture off and have some experiences, especially with locals. As we meet people, cross paths with people, we have the opportunity to do more off the beaten things, go share meals in homes with locals, and just different things like that you wouldn't generally have these opportunities if you're in, you're out.
The next thing that was very unexpected and very good was that we do have more time with family, which is counterintuitive. But when we were living, just our normal lifestyle, maintaining our house, maintaining everything, working our jobs, we couldn't go visit people that often because of, you only get a couple weeks vacation. You don't really go spend that visiting your parents or anything. You're going to go on a vacation. So, but now, when we come back, since we're not tied to anything, we can spend a month with our parents, and we've done that, and we've then gone on a cruise with them for another 10 days. So we can spend as much time as we want because it's beneficial. It doesn't cost us anything to do that. And the same with our children. We can go see them and spend as much time as we want. So we're really affording ourselves more time to see family than we would have even when we lived near them. We would only go over for the afternoon, and then a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, month will go by, you go back for another afternoon, and you just don't get as much time as we do now.
Yeah, now it's like we have, again, that margin, so we can invest more time with our family and with our parents and our kids and our siblings too. We almost never got to see our siblings before, it feels like, because we were trying to spend time with our parents and our kids, and now we can add in our siblings too, which is great because they didn't live near us, so it's more of an effort. But now, because we have that time, we work seeing our siblings into our schedules as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, so those are the 8 amazing things that happened to us. We were kind of surprised by all of these, and it's been great though. It's just, I think when you start to do this travel lifestyle, things will pop up that you didn't expect, and they're gonna sometimes be amazing and really make you happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, did any of these surprise you as well? Leave your questions down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. We'll see you next time.